Deuteronomy 9. After that lengthy reminder that we should not kill people, God's gonna kill people. Specifically, giants. Because in the Bible, which most Christians think is historically accurate, giants were real. Here, Israel, you are now about to cross the Jordan to go in and dispossess nations greater and stronger than you, with large cities that have walls up to the sky. The people are strong and tall, Anakites. You know about them and have heard it said, who can stand up against the Anakites? But be assured today that the Lord your God is the one who goes across ahead of you like a devouring fire. He will destroy them. He will subdue them before you, and you will drive them out and annihilate them quickly, as the Lord has promised you. Moses is making a nice promise here, but there's a lot of trust required. Because if he's wrong and God doesn't show up, that means he's asking the Israelites to go attack a group of giants without any reinforcement. He is sending them to their slaughter. Why are these cities building walls up to the sky? There are no planes flying overhead. I can't imagine the catapults were that powerful. Why not just fortify stronger, shorter walls? After the Lord your God has driven them out before you, do not say to yourself, the Lord has brought me here to take possession of this land because of my righteousness. No, it is on account of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord is going to drive them out before you. It is not because of your righteousness or your integrity that you are going in to take possession of their land, but on account of the wickedness of these nations. The Lord your God will drive them out before you to accomplish what he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand then that it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stiff-necked people. We get it. God's not helping us win because he likes us. He's doing it because he hates them. Vengeance, not love, is the guiding principle for everything in the Bible. In case you're wondering about the stiff-necked insult, one theory is that someone with a stiff neck would not bow his head when he's supposed to submit. Therefore, he's stubborn. Though it kinda sounds like a compliment for alpha males. Remember this, and never forget how you aroused the anger of the Lord your God in the wilderness. From the day you left Egypt until you arrived here, you have been rebellious against the Lord. At Horeb, you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you. When I went up on the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord had made with you, I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water. The Lord gave me 2 stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God. On them were all the commandments the Lord proclaimed to you on the mountain out of the fire, on the day of the assembly. Oh, right. God hates the Israelites too because they dared to question him when they were hungry and thirsty and lost in the desert. But he also hates other people more, so it all works out for them. Did you hear how Moses said, at Horeb, you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you? That implies God has a spectrum of anger. And the moment you cross some arbitrary line, God goes from normal to genocidal. And the line is not all the way on one side. At the end of the 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant. Then the Lord told me, go down from here at once, because your people whom you brought out of Egypt have become corrupt. They have turned away quickly from what I commanded them and have made an idol for themselves. Right, the infamous golden calf. I remember that. It was another one of those petty things that infuriated the most powerful being in the universe because his ego outweighs everything else. Notice the language there. Moses says that God said, your people whom you brought out of Egypt, as if Moses did that. when really God did all those miracles to make it happen. Moses is really embellishing his resume here. And the Lord said to me, I have seen this people, and they are a stiff-necked people indeed. Let me alone, so that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven. And I will make you into a nation stronger and more numerous than they. Moses is setting himself up to look like a hero here. You guys, God said he wanted to murder you and make me stronger. But do you know what I sacrificed for you? So I turned and went down from the mountain while it was ablaze with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my hands. When I looked, I saw that you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had made for yourselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way that the Lord had commanded you. So I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my hands, breaking them to pieces before your eyes. Remember when we were driving, but you kids wouldn't stop arguing in the car? Well, Daddy stepped on the brakes and showed everyone who's boss. Then, once again, I fell prostrate before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water because of all the sin you had committed, doing what was evil in the Lord's sight and so arousing his anger. I feared the anger and wrath of the Lord, for he was angry enough with you to destroy you. But again, the Lord listened to me, and the Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him, but at that time I prayed for Aaron too. Also, I took that sinful thing of yours, the calf you had made, and burned it in the fire. Then I crushed it and ground it to powder as fine as dust, and threw the dust into a stream that flowed down the mountain. I saved you, and then I starved myself for 40 days for some reason, and nothing happened to me at all, which is a totally normal thing, I swear. But then I broke your toy, and then God calmed down. This story implies that God was angry at Aaron because Aaron oversaw the creation of the golden calf. But if you go back to Exodus, Aaron was never threatened with death. It's like the writers just wanted to make this section extra murdery. And since when did Moses throw the dust into a stream that flowed down the mountain? In Exodus 32, the Israelites were told to drink the water with the ashes of the golden calf. So much historical revisionism going on here. And scientific revisionism too. Moses says he took the calf and burned it in a fire. But gold doesn't melt like that. Gold melts at about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But a house fire is about 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. So how hot was this tiny fire that Moses created? Because it's not like he needed an inferno. You also made the Lord angry at Taberah, at Massa, and at Kibroth Hattaavah. Well, Moses had to add that in for good measure, just to remind everyone God hates them for many reasons. And when the Lord sent you out from Kadesh Barnea, he said, "Go up and take possession of the land I have given you." But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You did not trust him or obey him. You have been rebellious against the Lord ever since I have known you. Don't you hate it when someone is so mad at you, he gives you an entire kingdom? I lay prostrate before the Lord those 40 days and 40 nights because the Lord had said he would destroy you. I prayed to the Lord and said, "Sovereign Lord, do not destroy your people, your own inheritance that you redeemed by your great power and brought out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Overlook the stubbornness of this people, their wickedness and their sin. Otherwise, the country from which you brought us will say, 'Because the Lord was not able to take them into the land he had promised them, and because he hated them, he brought them out to put them to death in the wilderness.' But they are your people, your inheritance that you brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm." I still think it's wild that Moses needs to talk God off a ledge. that someone needs to help God with his anger management issues, and that Moses thinks telling people about God's genocidal tendencies will make it more likely that they'll want to worship him. We could have had a chapter all about God protecting the Israelites against the giants. It would have made for a great movie. Instead, we got a monologue from Moses' daddy explaining how we should be grateful that God didn't murder us because one day we made a golden cow to play with.